In today's video, I will explain what is Jenkins job and what is Jenkins pipeline and how you can create a pipeline and how you can install plugins in your Jenkins. So before we start the video, just a quick reminder: you haven't subscribed the channel, subscribe the channel, because after complete the 60-day course, I will also create cloud and DevOps related video which will help your professional career. So don't forget to subscribe the channels. Now let's start today's class. Firstly, I will explain the documentation, give you the overview of the documentation, then I will explain, and then I will show you the hands-on demo. So today's class objective is like understand what is Jenkins jobs and how pipelines are working, learn the difference between freestyle job and pipelines, then we'll install some essential plugins, then we'll run and build CI/CD pipeline with a real example. Now we'll show the hands-on demo. So for that purpose, we'll explain what is Jenkins, and those things I will explain in the explanation. Then I will show you the real-world example. And if you don't haven't installed Jenkins, you can install Jenkins by just simple running that command. Then you can browse that URL and get the Jenkins. Then step 4, we'll create a freestyle job, and then step 5, we'll create a Jenkins pipeline. And the following steps, you can just create a pipeline, and the pipeline script is here. We will show declarative pipeline. Then we'll show you how you can install Jenkins plugins, like we are showing install Git plugins, pipeline plugins, Blue Ocean plugins, Docker plugins. These are some are most common or important plugins you need to install in Jenkins. And step 7 will show the best practice and tips how should we use Jenkins and what thing we need to follow. So now I will explain everything and show you the hands-on demo. So let me scroll up. So what is Jenkins? So Jenkins is an open source automate software. So it will basically the heart of the CI/CD pipeline. So basically Jenkins will like tell someone to do this thing, then that tools will do that thing. So Jenkins is the give the order. So it is the main tools, if you think or like feel. So this is the basically Jenkins. So in the CI/CD tools, when Jenkins like they'll give the pull the code, and after pulling the code, Jenkins will deploy the code by some tools like Ansible or Kubernetes, anything. So but basically Jenkins will main thing in the CI/CD pipeline. So like it's building, it's testing and deploying, everything will do automatically. So if you think a real world example, basically Jenkins pull the code from GitHub and run, test and deploy it to any kind of server. So if you haven't installed Jenkins, you can just run this command, then you can install Jenkins. And I already created a video in my last class where I discussed the 3-way and most easiest way to install Jenkins. So after installation Jenkins, you can get the access from this location, or if you install it AWS EC2, then you can use EC2 IP and then your desired port number. So like there is 2 way basically we can use Jenkins. These 2 way I can show today. Basically there is a few other way, but most of the project we are using freestyle project or pipeline. So first I will show the like freestyle project, then I will show the pipeline. So like this is my Jenkins local PC. So here already installed lots of things or lots of plugins is here. So that's why I think I will create a fresh Jenkins. So this is a fresh Jenkins. This 2 pipeline I just created for my last video. So it's a complete fresh Jenkins. So when you want to like create any project, so you need to click the new item, and this Jenkins is the latest version. So after create the item, you can see there is lots of way we can create our projects. So most of them are use freestyle project and pipeline projects. So what is the difference between like freestyle project and pipeline project? Basically when we are doing any simple task, then we will use freestyle project, and when I want to do some complicated task, and then we will use a pipeline option. So I already have a documentation in my Git repo where I discuss the difference between like Jenkins jobs and pipeline. So like if you want to think the flexibility, the freestyle project has limited option, but when you are using pipeline, it is highly flexible. And like freestyle project is GUI based operation, so in the console we need to instruct some command this way, and Jenkins we are basically code or script based basically, because our every code or instruction we put it in our Jenkins file, and Jenkins will take this script from Jenkins file and do the steps. So this is like code based. So use case is a simple build, test and deploy. So it's a very limited option, and when we're doing complex CI/CD workflow, then we use pipeline. For versioning control, it will just like not store in code, so there is no option for versioning. But in pipeline, we save the code Git repository in a Jenkins file, so we can make it a version control. So it's a advanced logic, no, but it has loop or condition. Like in Jenkins pipeline, we apply some condition, like if you fill this condition, do this instruction. If you don't fill this condition, then do that instruction. Or we need to do lots of repeating tasks, then we are using loop. So this option is available only Jenkins pipeline. So recommended for beginner or small tasks, we will use the freestyle, and modern DevOps and real-time project, we will use the pipeline option. So here is some steps I also mentioned how we can use freestyle project and how we can use pipeline project. All things are also mentioned in this documentation also. So let me now create a freestyle project first, then you can basically understand what's the difference and why and when we use it. So before we started, we already to click new item, then this screen will come. Then you need to give any a name, okay, I put free 14 day. Okay, then you need to select which option you want to choose. So I want to choose freestyle project, then select the freestyle project, then the OK button will be highlighted, just click the OK. So after you click the OK, here is the description, you can put your project description in here. So there is lots of options, we'll discuss it later when we do the little bit advanced section. So if we scroll down, then you can find build steps, what you want to do in your steps. So here you can see the execute shell. Okay, so just we select the execute shell, and if you just give a command like echo welcome DevOps. So now save and build now. So you can see a build is created, and it's also give a number, which is number 1. So if you get the green tick mark, that means your build is success. So if you want to see the build history or log, then you can need to click that one, then you can get this screen. So here is one option is console output, you can get the output from here. So just with what command we put echo welcome DevOps, and it's give me output welcome steps. So what command we want to use, we can put that here, and we get the output from also here. So when is mentioned finish success, that means our build is success. So this way basically we can use freestyle project. So in the some option is here also, if you want to delete this build, you can click build, and if you want to change, you can change here. So if you want, normally we are basically doing some edit the configuration. So for that purpose, you need to go to the build section or what name. So here is free 14 days. So you need to click that one. So then all related things will be here. So it's build now. When you need to click the build, for configure, we need to click configure. Then we can edit the build basically. So if you want to change some command, put 1 2 3 4, then apply and save. Then if you want to run some changes and now want to build this, then you can click build again, then you can see another build is happening and screen mark also. So you want to see the log of that file, you can see the message and the command. So these are basically we can use freestyle project. So when you're using freestyle project, we'll only use the minimum way or like when we do some like not that much advanced work, then we will basically use freestyle project. And in this 60 days DevOps course, I will show like basically lots of project. In this project I will also show one project which I use the freestyle concept, and some other projects where I use basically pipeline. So both project you will get from this course, so you can understand what's the difference and when we should use this one. So just stay with me. So now go back to documentation. So we can see how can we create the like freestyle project. Just go to new item and select the freestyle project. Then we didn't use Git repo, we just use like echo. Then you can save and pin down. Then you can see the like output of that build. So another way we are using like basically Jenkins pipeline job. So same way you can go new item, and what step, just let me go to the Jenkins. So like for going to the main dashboard, go to click Jenkins. So now you want to create a pipeline job. So just create new item, just give 514 day. So now you need to select pipeline and then click OK. So same way you can put your description here. So here is some like stuff we will discuss later. So if you scroll down, there is the option is pipeline. Here is basically two options basically we can use pipeline project. One is you can write your script here, or if you want to use from Git repository, then you need to use the SCM. I will show you both way. So first we'll show how we can run the script here. So if you have no idea how to run, in the right side corner you can get a sample code here. So try to sample pipeline, just click that one and you can get some pipeline stuff. So just use the hello world basic one. So here is a steps or like way you need to define the pipeline. So like running pipeline code, you need to first mention the word pipeline, then you need to start a first second curly braces, then you need to make sure you close the curly braces. And if you miss any curly braces, like when you run the build will get failure. Then one is agent any. So agent any means like sometimes we are using multiple Jenkins slave servers. Slave servers is what like if you like do your work in organized way, basically when your company is big, they are following that thing. Like when you are using like a PHP based project, then using that server. If you are using Java based application, then use that server. If you are using Python based application, then use that server. Then we like mention that thing here. So if you want to use Java based, then use that server. So that thing we mention in here. So here agent in any means you can run this script any server. So here is I have only one server, that's why is any, and this code will run this Jenkins only. Okay, so just give an idea when and how we use this. And this like Jenkins slave option I will must discuss in this course module. Then we need to use stages. So stages means we can see AES, that means multiple stages it can be added here. So in the stage section we have a stage. So and make sure these are curly braces of the stage. So if any like curly braces miss, then we'll get the error. So then we give a stage and we give a name of the stage. Then in the step section what we want to do. Okay, so this is the basically pipeline script. And now let me run the script. Just apply and save. So now build now. So we can see the green mark, that means it's working perfectly. So click that one, then console output you can see like what script we use, hello world, and it's showing success. And we like give the stage name hello, that's why it's showing hello. Okay, so this is the only single stage. So if we want to add multiple stages, then we can also add. And one thing like all code will be stored in this local PC. So like now it's not using Git. So when you are using Git, then it will make a folder in your workspace. So here is our like Jenkins var Jenkins home, then workspace. Then under workspace your project name is for by 14 day. So you can see by 14 day. So let me show you the thing. So in my local PC I have the location. So we are installing Jenkins in Docker section, so our home directory is here. So in this folder we have Jenkins home, then workspace. You can see project workspace will be here. So we can see here there is no project for 14 day because we are not using Git. So when we are using Git, then Git need to be cloned in Jenkins, then that folder will be created. Now this thing is only just simple test showing message, that's why is nothing making any folder in our local PC. So when you are using Git, then that will make the folder name as like the project name what we mentioned. So now let me edit that file. So for the edited file, same way you need to go through the project folder for the project, then you need to configure. So now if we want to add more stage, so what you do, like you need to make sure these curly braces, this curly braces, this curly braces. So let me copy this one. So make sure like curly braces is perfect, otherwise it will make error. So like if we give this stage name build and hello build, hello world build 111 is like deploy, then hello build deploy 222. Now there is two stages. One stage is build, it is just showing this message, and another stage is deploy, just showing this message. So apply and save. Now git build now. So you can see it's green mark getting the 2, then console output. You can see now it's stage name is showing build, and it's showing the echo message hello world build, and this one is showing deploy 2, and this success, and this stage is deploy. So these are basically we are like do the work in our pipeline. So now go back to pipeline again, click configure. So now we'll like create a Git repository and run from this thing in the Git. So when you are using, you have to be a Git repository where this code will be available. Just to make sure, for that purpose, we need to create a Git repository first. So let me create a Git repo, and we already discussed in our like basic section how we can create the Git repo. So this is my repo, and just need to click the repo, new repo, just keep the name Jenkins, day 14 already given, so 14 be available. So I'll just add a readme file. Now add a Jenkins file. So make sure J is capital and spelling is perfect. So now copy this code and paste it here. So now this project have a Jenkins file. Now in the Jenkins file, what step is mentioned, that way Jenkins will be work. So let me copy the Git repo. So make sure we will copy the HTTPS, and one thing, make sure you make the Git repo is public. If you create private, then you need to add some credential in Jenkins. So for the basic we are starting, so that's why you make sure it is public basically. So and make sure you copy the HTTPS one, not HTTPS one. So HTTPS one, you can also use that one, but for basic you just take the HTTPS. So copy this one. So now in the Git section, we need to use the pull SCM. So need to define section, you click that one and you select the pipeline script from SCM. Now you can choose Git from here. Now you need to put your repo address here, and you can see Git repository credentials. So when you are using private credential, then you need to add those credentials in your credential section, then select that credential. We will also put some video how to add credential. Okay, so let now copy the credential Git repository, Now if you come here, you can see the red mark will be gone. Then scroll down. Then branch name, we need to make sure what. So I think this project is branch name is main. So if you want to check, just go to your repository and you can see this is the main branch. So what branch you have, need to make sure you mention the branch name here properly. Then scroll down, and here is the basically path name and the file name of the Jenkins. So if you want to use different name, then use the different name and make sure the specific exact location you put here. So like if you want to put like /data/Jenkins, then that file, then make sure the Jenkins file location is perfect and Jenkins file spelling also perfect. But most of the developer or DevOps engineer use this way. They are using the just root the file name Jenkins file. So basically this is the most authentic and recommended way. Okay, so just make sure that file and everything is perfect. So just click apply and save. Now click build now. So you can see the game. So click the log3 console output. Now you can see do some extra work because it's cloning the code in your Jenkins and put it to your file. Then that Jenkins file, he got some step, and that way basically he did. So gateway get like build stage and deploy stage, and there is two messages basically. So now if I want to go to the location of that file, you can see now there will be another folder is created, which is a project in 14 day. Okay, so now if you get in this 14 day, you can see your Git repository have two files. That file will be there. Now if you want to see the code, you can see the cat. You can see exact code is there. So what code in our Git repo, all code will be downloaded in our Jenkins file. Then that way Jenkins will create our project like Artifactory, copy the Artifactory. So everything basically need to be in Jenkins. Okay, so basically it will create a folder of the project name. Then that project related data will be stored in here. Okay, so this way basically we can use the pipeline. Now go back to our documentation. So same way basically I put different ways. So here is I put step clone the code. So if you want to clone your code, then you can use this one. But when you are using put SCM Git repo, then it will automatically clone the code. We already see this in our demo. Then here is the stage. I put build stage, just simple showing a message. This is showing a message, just deploy. So this is basically simple pipeline, just showing you how the pipeline is works. So when you are doing professional work, real-time work project, then we will mention what commands we use here. Then that will create the build an artifact, then copy the artifact to server, then test that server. Then everything is fine, then it will build the deploy the server. So these all steps will be happening here. So another thing is Jenkins pipeline. So in my project, you can see here is lots of plugins already installed. So if you want to go to the main Jenkins, then plugins. So you can see basically lots of plugins already installed here. So in my one, this is the fresh one. So if you go to the main page, then this is change. So you need to click the gear icon. Here you can see the all Jenkins configuration related thing. So now here you can get the plugins. So plugins, some tools you need to install in Jenkins that will make your software more user friendly and add some basically option. If when we install Jenkins, we select the using plugin. That's why all mostly commonly using plugin already installed. That's why we get the Git option. If we didn't install the Git, then we'll basically not see the option. So if you see what plugins install in your PC, you can see, you can click basically install plugins, then all like install plugins will be show here. So if you want to stop any plugins, just take the right arrow in the left side, then it will not available for the project. And then if you want to delete or uninstall any project, just click the cross icon. So if you want to install any plugins, then you need to name of the plugins. Like in my project, I will mention some project like Ocean Blue or pipeline project like pipeline, or like I use Docker. You can see nothing is showing here because this type of plugins is not installed. So for installing any plugins, you need to go available plugins. So now you need to click that one. So Docker pipeline, you can select that pipeline, and for installing you need to click the install and it will be installing. So if sometime we need to restart, then you need to select the restart button. So after installing, you can see the plugins is available in our install plugin section. So now we type Docker, you can see this plugins is now available. So like when you're using like plugins, like some advantage we can see, like if we already install Blue Ocean plugins when I did the last video. So if I type Blue Ocean, this one, Blue Ocean already installed. So what is the feature of this plugin? So you can see to dashboard. So if you click any plugin, so go to your project. So you can see the blue open Blue Ocean. For installing the plugins, we get this option. If you didn't install that one, you have no option to see this. So if you click this one, you can see it like show the organized way your project. So sometimes like we prefer to use these plugins. So like if you click this 2 or 1, you can see what is step is there. So there is a another step 1. This is showing like on this one. We go back. I think this have some step. So let me the portion blue. Click the 3. So you can see this project has some steps. Build step, deploy steps, and the steps it will also go show the message. Build steps show the message. So basically we can see your project basically organized way, and it is most user friendly. So for using or installing Ocean Blue plugin, you have these options. So this way basically we can install plugins and uninstall plugins, temporarily stop the plugins. So now go back to our documentation. So I put some best practice way. So always use pipeline as a code and Jenkins file. So use this way. Then when you are using any credential like your username, password, or database access key, that will not use in Jenkins file. Use credential, and from the credential you can use that credential in your Jenkins files, and that way your data will be encrypted and no one can see, even though they can get your Jenkins file. So we'll show that all thing in our upcoming project. So then keep Jenkins up to date. Make sure you use the latest version of the Jenkins, and if any plugins is updated, make sure you update that plugins also, and always try to back up your code. Then if anyhow your Jenkins in cracks or down, then you can get those backup from your Jenkins pipeline. Okay, so that's all for today's class. So if you found this video is helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe the channel. So next video we will discuss any different topics of Jenkins. So up to that time, best of luck.